Throughout history, the Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature and relationships, mastered the art of psychology, including the complex inner world of women. They understood that female behavior, especially when influenced by desire, holds subtle but significant signs. In today's episode, we're diving into the fascinating world of female psychology and uncovering the 7 things a woman does when she's feeling intensely attracted. Stick around till the end to catch all 7, and don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment, and share your own story if you've got one. Let's dive into the world of desire and what it reveals about the female mind. Chapter 1: The Power of Touch. One of the clearest and most telling signs that a woman is feeling aroused is the way she uses touch, both consciously and unconsciously. When a woman's desire is sparked, her body language often shifts, and touch becomes an integral way for her to communicate her excitement. This might begin with her touching her own body more frequently, in ways that may seem subtle but are significant. For example, she might adjust her hair more than usual, gently graze her neck, or run her fingers along her arms or legs. These seemingly small gestures are not just about fidgeting or nervousness, they're about reconnecting with her body and tuning into her physical sensations as her arousal builds. Self-touch is one of the most overlooked signs of sexual desire in women. It's her body's way of responding to the heightened sensations she's experiencing, even before any direct interaction takes place. These touches, while they may appear casual or incidental, are part of a larger pattern of behavior where she's becoming increasingly aware of her physicality and how it relates to her desire. Her body becomes a canvas for her excitement, and these gestures serve as indicators of her growing need for a more intimate connection. However, it doesn't stop with self-touch. When she is in the presence of someone she is attracted to, especially someone she desires sexually, her inclination for physical contact intensifies. This manifests in a variety of ways. Perhaps she brushes against you accidentally, lingers longer when touching your arm during conversation, or even gives you playful nudges. These actions are far from random. They are her body's instinctive way of testing the waters, feeling out the potential for intimacy without crossing any overt boundaries. This instinctive need for physical proximity, even in subtle forms, reflects her rising arousal and interest in taking things further. The psychology behind this behavior is fascinating. Touch, in moments of arousal, becomes a form of communication that goes beyond words. For many women, initiating or seeking touch is a non-verbal way of expressing their interest and excitement. It's a signal that she's comfortable enough to cross that invisible line between personal space and intimacy. Touch becomes a medium through which she can both offer and receive reassurance, comfort, and stimulation without explicitly stating her intentions. Her fingers, her hands, her body language, they all speak volumes. When a woman engages in this kind of subtle physical interaction, it creates a sense of anticipation. She's not just trying to feel close to you, she's building a moment, slowly raising the tension. This act of touching, whether it's playful or more intimate, serves as both an expression of her desire and a way to fuel the excitement of what might come next. The sense of touch becomes a bridge between her mental arousal and the physical intimacy she craves. Each touch is a step closer to breaking the barrier between the two of you, and each gesture carries with it a silent message of what she's feeling and hoping to experience. For men who are attuned to these signals, this behavior is a golden opportunity to understand her mindset. If you're able to pick up on these nonverbal cues, you're more likely to know when she's ready to take things further. Her touches are essentially an invitation, though a subtle one, indicating that she's feeling attracted, engaged, and eager for more physical connection. For the man who understands and recognizes these signs, responding in kind can lead to a deeper emotional and physical connection, one that feels natural and mutually desired. Furthermore, touch during these moments isn't just about the act itself, it's about the trust and comfort that come with it. When a woman feels comfortable enough to touch you in an intimate way or to invite your touch, it's because she feels secure in your presence. This comfort is crucial because, for many women, feeling safe and at ease is directly linked to their ability to experience pleasure and desire. So, when she initiates or welcomes touch, it's more than just a fleeting action, it's a signal that she feels a certain level of trust with you. She's letting her guard down, inviting a closer connection, both physically and emotionally. In addition to being a comfort mechanism, touch is also a powerful tool for heightening her arousal. When she feels your touch in response, whether it's a gentle hand on her back, a light brush against her arm, or a more intimate gesture, it can magnify the sensation she's already experiencing. The act of being touched when she's in this state of arousal can amplify her feelings, making her even more excited and receptive to further intimacy. To summarize, the way a woman uses touch when she's feeling H.O.R.N.Y is a multi-layered behavior that reveals much about her level of desire. It starts with self-touch, a way for her to reconnect with her own body, and extends to physical interaction with the person she's attracted to. These touches, though subtle, are her body's way of expressing interest, anticipation, and excitement. For the man who knows how to read these cues, responding to her touch can deepen the connection, enhance her arousal, and lead to a mutually satisfying experience. Touch is far more than just physical, it's an emotional bridge that, when understood, can open up new levels of intimacy and pleasure. Chapter 2: Sexual Imagination. Another powerful indicator of a woman's arousal is her use of sexual imagination. When she's feeling deeply attracted or mentally engaged in desire, her mind begins to wander into fantasy. This may not always be obvious, but for women, the mind is often the first place where sexual excitement begins to build. While men might be more visually stimulated, many women rely on their imagination to fuel their sense of desire. If she's daydreaming or getting lost in thought, there's a good chance her mind is already laying the groundwork for a physical connection. Her imagination allows her to explore fantasies, scenarios, and possibilities that might not be happening in the moment, but are stimulating nonetheless. These mental images can range from playful to intense, depending on the situation and her emotional state. She might imagine intimate encounters, romantic scenarios, or even just the thrill of being close to someone she's attracted to. Whatever the specifics, her mind becomes a fertile ground for arousal, paving the way for her physical responses later. In conversations, this might show up as subtle hints or double meanings. She might make playful jokes with a flirtatious undertone or steer the conversation toward topics that hint at intimacy. Women who are feeling this mental excitement tend to drop these clues, not always consciously, but as a way of testing the waters. If you're paying attention, you might notice that she's more suggestive or playful than usual. This kind of mental engagement is her way of heightening her own desire, building the anticipation for what could happen. For men, recognizing these signs can be key to understanding how to respond. When a woman is mentally exploring her own fantasies, it's an indication that she's open to more. Encouraging her to share her thoughts, even in a subtle way, can strengthen the connection between the two of you. Whether you engage in playful banter or flirtatious conversation, it's important to create a space where her imagination can continue to run wild without fear of judgment. After all, mental arousal often leads to a deeper physical experience. Sexual imagination is also tied to a woman's sense of curiosity and exploration. If she's mentally envisioning new possibilities, she may be open to trying things she hasn't before. This creates an opportunity for you to explore together, discovering new ways to connect both emotionally and physically. Arousal, in this sense, becomes a shared experience that starts in the mind and builds into something more tangible. In conclusion, a woman's sexual imagination is a powerful force. When she's feeling mentally engaged, her desire grows, fueling her physical excitement. Recognizing the subtle ways she expresses this through conversation, fantasy, and even humor can provide valuable insight into her mindset. By engaging with her imagination, you can deepen your connection and enhance the overall experience, allowing both of you to explore new levels of intimacy. Chapter 3: Secret Desires. Everyone has secret desires, and when a woman is in a state of heightened attraction, these hidden cravings often come to the surface. These are not always wild fantasies, but can be small, personal preferences that she doesn't openly discuss. However, when she's feeling particularly drawn to someone, she may start to reveal these desires, either through her behavior or subtle hints in conversation. Arousal, in this context, makes her more likely to act on or voice things she might usually keep private. These secret desires are often deeply personal and reflect her unique preferences, whether they're about emotional connection, intimacy, or even specific acts she enjoys. Women who feel comfortable and excited are more likely to open up about what they truly want. This could be as simple as wanting more physical closeness or as specific as a particular fantasy she's been holding on to. When she's ready to reveal these desires, it's a strong indication that she feels connected to you and is willing to share her inner world. For men, this can be an exciting opportunity. If a woman begins to share her secret desires, it shows that she trusts you enough to be vulnerable. Understanding what she wants and why can lead to a deeper emotional connection. It's important to approach these moments with sensitivity and openness, creating an environment where she feels comfortable continuing to express her desires. This exchange of secrets can strengthen your bond and create a more fulfilling experience for both of you. Often, these desires are linked to emotional needs as well. For many women, arousal isn't just about physical attraction, it's about feeling understood and connected on a deeper level. When she reveals a secret desire, it's often because she wants to feel seen and appreciated for who she is beyond the surface. Meeting her needs in this way can lead to a more satisfying and intimate relationship, as you're able to connect on both emotional and physical levels. In summary, a woman's secret desires offer a glimpse into her deeper wants and needs. When she begins to reveal these in moments of attraction, it's a sign that she feels comfortable and safe enough to be vulnerable. By responding to these desires with understanding and care, you can build a stronger, more intimate connection, turning her fantasies into shared experiences. Chapter 4: A Taste for Sweetness and Sensuality. One of the most intriguing aspects of female psychology is how certain foods, particularly sweet ones like honey, can significantly enhance a woman's mood and amplify her sensual desires. When a woman is feeling particularly drawn to someone or craving intimacy, there's often a noticeable shift in her cravings, and she might instinctively reach for something sweet. Honey, long regarded as an aphrodisiac throughout history, becomes a common indulgence during these moments. But what is it about honey and sweetness that taps into a woman's sensuality? The connection between sweetness and sensuality is more than just about satisfying a simple craving. It dives deeper into how a woman's mind and body respond to sensory pleasures, especially when her desire is heightened. Honey, with its rich, silky texture and intense sweetness, evokes feelings of indulgence, luxury, and satisfaction. These are the very emotions a woman seeks when she's aroused or attracted to someone. Eating honey or another sweet treat can intensify her physical sensations, making her feel more connected to her body and in tune with her emotions. It's as if the sweetness enhances her overall experience of desire, fueling her sensuality in a way that goes beyond the palate. But it's not just the taste and texture, it's also about what these foods symbolize. Sweetness, particularly in foods like honey, represents indulgence, pleasure, and a sense of being cherished. When a woman craves these foods, especially during moments of heightened attraction, it reflects a deeper yearning for intimacy, affection, and connection. Her body is signaling that she wants to feel desired, indulged, and adored by her partner. In these moments, eating something sweet becomes an act of self-indulgence, as well as an emotional cue to her partner about her state of mind and body. For a man who is attuned to these subtle signals, recognizing a woman's craving for sweetness during these moments can offer a unique insight into her emotional and physical needs. Sharing something sweet with her, whether it's honey, chocolate, or any other treat, can set a sensual tone, sparking anticipation and deepening the emotional connection between the two of you. A simple gesture like offering her something sweet can elevate the moment, turning an ordinary interaction into something more intimate and meaningful. It shows that you understand her desires, not just on a physical level, but emotionally as well. There's also a psychological aspect to consider. Sweet foods, like honey, can act as a form of comfort, easing any tension or nerves that might come with feelings of arousal. In moments when a woman is feeling particularly charged, indulging in something sweet can help her relax and fully immerse herself in the experience. It's not just about the sweetness itself, it's about creating a moment of indulgence that mirrors how she wants to feel emotionally and physically. It's a way for her to embrace pleasure and, in turn, share that pleasure with her partner. Moreover, the act of sharing these sweet treats with her can also build intimacy. There's something inherently sensual about feeding someone else or enjoying a sweet moment together. It's a small but powerful way to connect, both physically and emotionally, fostering a deeper bond. For example, offering her a spoonful of honey or a bite of dessert can be an intimate, playful moment that adds a layer of flirtation and anticipation to your interactions. To put it simply, when a woman craves honey or other sweet treats, especially when she's feeling a strong desire or attraction, it's often a reflection of her deeper longing for pleasure, indulgence, and connection. This craving isn't just about satisfying her sweet tooth, it's about amplifying the experience of desire and sensuality. By recognizing and catering to these cravings, men can tap into their partner's emotional and physical needs, creating a more satisfying and connected experience. So, the next time you notice her reaching for something sweet, understand that it might be more than just a passing desire for sugar. It could be her way of signaling a deeper, more intimate need for connection and closeness. It's your opportunity to turn a simple act of sweetness into something truly unforgettable. Chapter 5: Fixing Dates, Fixing Desire. When a woman feels deeply drawn to someone or experiences heightened attraction, one of the most telling behaviors is her eagerness to fix dates and make plans. This goes beyond casual interactions. She isn't leaving things to chance. Instead, she takes the initiative to solidify plans, reflecting her desire for deeper, more meaningful interaction. Her interest becomes evident not just in setting the dates, but also in how she frames them, often suggesting activities that foster intimacy and closeness. This shift from spontaneous or group outings to intentional one-on-one encounters signals her growing emotional investment. In situations where she takes charge of planning, there's usually a noticeable shift in her energy and enthusiasm. She might propose cozy dinner dates, intimate movie nights, or spur-of-the-moment meetups that offer privacy and relaxation. These aren't random suggestions, they are carefully chosen moments designed to create space for emotional bonding. Her proactive behavior reflects her eagerness to nurture the connection, making sure there are opportunities for something deeper to develop. The very act of organizing a set date gives her something to look forward to, mentally preparing her for the joy and emotional fulfillment that comes from spending quality time with someone she's attracted to. What makes this behavior even more significant is the detail she invests in planning. This isn't about logistics alone, it's about curating moments that hold meaning. She's likely to pick settings that encourage conversation, emotional closeness, or even subtle physical contact. Whether it's a quiet coffee shop or a spontaneous trip to the park, each suggestion carries the subtext of intimacy. By planning ahead, she's not only demonstrating her interest, but also expressing her hope that these shared moments will bring both of you closer. From a man's perspective, this is a major sign of her deepening attraction. If she's actively working to create opportunities for one-on-one interaction, it's a clear indication that she's looking for more than casual companionship. She's deliberately choosing to engage in ways that foster connection, signaling her intent to build something meaningful. Recognizing this behavior allows men to understand that she's taking emotional risks, investing her time and energy into creating a bond that has the potential to grow. There's also a deeper psychological layer to this behavior. For her, fixing dates provides a sense of security and structure in the budding relationship. Planning allows her to manage the emotional excitement and anticipation that comes with attraction. The thought process involved in preparing for a date intensifies her feelings, adding emotional weight to the experience. As she mentally envisions the upcoming meeting, she strengthens her emotional connection to the person she's interested in. This sense of control over the interaction helps her feel more confident about the potential outcomes, giving her emotional stability as she navigates the early stages of the relationship. In many cases, women will go out of their way to make these planned dates memorable. She might choose a venue or activity she knows you'll appreciate, reflecting the thought she puts into making the interaction special. This attention to detail is another sign of her growing feelings, as she isn't just spending time with you for the sake of it. Instead, she's intentionally creating experiences that leave a lasting impression, making sure that the time you spend together feels meaningful. It's important to understand that this behavior doesn't happen randomly. When a woman is deeply attracted, she doesn't want to leave things up to fate. Her desire to plan and organize reflects her need to ensure that opportunities for intimacy don't slip away. This isn't about control, it's about intention. She's actively shaping moments where emotional closeness can naturally evolve, ensuring that the relationship progresses. Men who recognize this effort can better respond to her needs and reciprocate her investment, fostering a connection built on mutual care and intention. From an emotional standpoint, the act of planning and anticipating these dates fuels her desire. Knowing that there's a scheduled time to be together gives her emotional grounding, reducing the uncertainty that often accompanies new relationships. This stability allows her to fully engage in the interaction without second-guessing her feelings or intentions. The anticipation of these moments heightens her attraction, making her even more eager to spend time with the person she desires. In summary, when a woman makes it a priority to fix dates and puts energy into planning how and when you'll meet, it's a powerful indicator of her deepening attraction and emotional investment. She isn't merely hoping for things to happen, she's actively ensuring that meaningful moments are created. This behavior shows that she's serious about building a connection and isn't afraid to take the lead to make it happen. For men, recognizing and responding to this effort is essential in understanding her intentions and nurturing the relationship. Chapter 6. Cheating. When a woman is deeply attracted to someone, one of the more subtle yet telling signs is a noticeable shift in her routine. This can manifest as her suddenly cheating her normal habits, skipping the gym, rearranging work commitments, or altering her daily schedule to prioritize spontaneous, intimate moments with the person who's caught her interest. This shift isn't about deception, but about how her changing priorities reflect the intensity of her desire. When a woman is in this state, routine takes a back seat to the person who has captivated her thoughts, and her behavior becomes a direct reflection of her heightened attraction. At its core, routine provides a sense of stability, structure, and predictability in life. But when a woman finds herself strongly attracted to someone, this structure can begin to bend. She may start making sacrifices in areas of her life that once seemed non-negotiable. This can mean staying out later than usual, being more spontaneous in making plans, or even calling in sick to work just to enjoy a day of adventure or intimacy. The shift might be subtle at first. Maybe she skips a few workouts or cancels plans with friends more frequently, but over time, these small adjustments build up and reveal a deeper emotional connection. A woman who is feeling intensely attracted to someone may also display an eagerness to prioritize moments of closeness. If her schedule used to be tightly packed, yet now she seems more flexible, eager to meet at odd hours or for impromptu encounters, it signals that she's letting her attraction and desire guide her decisions. She's more than willing to shift her usual routines because the thought of spending time with the person she's interested in outweighs any other obligations she might have. It's her way of showing that she values this new connection, even if it means stepping outside her comfort zone or regular schedule to make it happen. From a psychological standpoint, this behavior is closely linked to the brain's reward system. When someone is attracted to another person, their brain begins to associate being with that individual as a highly rewarding experience. For women, this means that interactions with the person they desire are seen as more important, engaging, and fulfilling than other, more mundane tasks. Her brain tells her that spending time with him offers more emotional and physical satisfaction than sticking to her regular schedule, prompting her to alter her routine accordingly. This isn't just about craving excitement, it's about the way attraction rewires priorities. In moments when attraction is strong, women may find it harder to focus on the more routine aspects of life, like work or daily chores. Instead, their thoughts are consumed by the desire to spend more time with the person who has ignited that attraction. In a sense, this cheating of the routine is an outward sign of how much space this person now occupies in her mind. The thrill and excitement of potential intimacy push her to deviate from her normal path, as her brain continuously signals that these new interactions are far more stimulating and rewarding than the regular structure of her life. It's important for men to recognize this shift and understand its significance. When a woman goes out of her way to spend time with you, especially when it disrupts her usual routine, it's a strong indication of her growing interest and desire. She's making deliberate choices to be with you, showing that her emotional investment is real and meaningful. It's not just about physical attraction, it's about her willingness to prioritize your connection over other aspects of her life that once held more importance. Understanding this and appreciating the effort she's making can help you build a deeper emotional and physical bond. Men can also play a role in reciprocating this effort. Being attuned to her desire for spontaneity or flexibility can foster a stronger connection. If she's willing to change her routine, meeting her halfway by being open to last-minute plans or creating opportunities for meaningful interactions will only strengthen the relationship. This isn't about constantly disrupting daily life, but about recognizing the moments when being together feels more important than following the usual schedule. It's about building shared experiences that deepen the bond and add layers of intimacy. In conclusion, when a woman begins to cheat her routine, it's one of the clearest signs that her attraction is intensifying. She's willing to break from her usual habits, routines, and obligations because her desire to be with you has taken center stage. This shift is not only a sign of emotional investment, but also an invitation to foster deeper intimacy. Recognizing and responding to this behavior by being equally flexible and spontaneous can solidify the connection, making the relationship more rewarding and meaningful for both partners. Chapter 7. Clear Eyes. One of the most subtle, yet undeniably powerful, indicators of a woman's growing attraction and desire can be found in her eyes. Her eyes, often referred to as windows to the soul, reveal her emotions long before she may articulate them through words or actions. When a woman is deeply drawn to someone, her eyes become the silent communicators of her feelings, telling a story of desire, interest, and emotional connection. You might notice her gaze becoming more focused, her pupils dilating, and her ability to hold eye contact growing stronger and more intense. These are clear signs that her body is reacting to the magnetic pull of attraction, creating a charged connection that is as emotional as it is physical. When a woman is feeling aroused or is deeply interested in someone, her eyes play an active role in communicating her internal state. Her gaze will often linger longer than usual, as if she's studying every detail of the person in front of her, savoring the moment. This extended eye contact can feel almost hypnotic, pulling the other person into her emotional orbit. Even if she hasn't verbalized her attraction, the intensity of her gaze serves as a form of nonverbal communication. She might look at you with a softness that signals openness, or with a fire that reveals the depth of her desire. Either way, her eyes are doing the talking. From a biological perspective, one of the most consistent signs of attraction and arousal is pupil dilation. This is an involuntary reaction that occurs when someone feels desire. The pupils widen as a way of enhancing focus on the object of attraction. If you notice her pupils expanding when she looks at you, it's a clear physiological sign that her body is responding to the chemistry between you. She may not even be consciously aware of this change, but her body is already sending signals that she's feeling a deep emotional and physical connection. This is one of the reasons why eye contact can feel so electric during moments of attraction. It's as if her body is showing you what she might not yet be ready to say out loud. In moments of heightened attraction, eye contact takes on a life of its own. For many women, maintaining eye contact with someone they're drawn to can be both exhilarating and a little vulnerable. When she holds your gaze, it's a way of letting her guard down, of inviting you into her emotional space. Her eyes become a bridge between you, offering a glimpse into her deeper feelings. This unspoken connection, created through shared looks and subtle exchanges, builds a sense of intimacy that words sometimes struggle to capture. Eye contact is one of the most profound ways of expressing vulnerability and trust, making it an essential part of building a deeper emotional bond. Clear eyes often reflect a sense of emotional clarity and openness. When a woman feels secure, safe, and attracted to someone, her eyes will naturally soften and brighten, reflecting her inner emotional state. The intensity in her gaze, however, might fluctuate between moments of deep connection and playful curiosity as her attraction grows stronger. This emotional transparency can be one of the most intimate experiences two people share. In these moments, eye contact serves as a way of silently expressing mutual attraction, amplifying the emotional intensity of the interaction without either person needing to say a word. It's a shared experience, a moment of mutual understanding that can deepen the bond between both individuals. For men, recognizing and responding to the power of eye contact is key. If a woman is holding your gaze for extended periods, locking eyes with an intensity that goes beyond casual glances, it's a strong indication that her attraction is building. Don't shy away from meeting her eyes, instead, engage with her in that unspoken conversation. A steady gaze, accompanied by small gestures like a smile or a gentle touch, can elevate the moment, enhancing the emotional connection. Eye contact in these moments is not just about looking at someone, it's about truly seeing them, understanding them, and sharing a moment of mutual desire and connection. In addition to signaling attraction, eye contact can create a powerful feedback loop. When a woman gazes into your eyes, she's looking for a response, a confirmation that you feel the same connection. By holding her gaze and responding with your own intensity, you're feeding into that loop, reinforcing her desire and deepening the bond between you. This mutual exchange of looks can transform a simple moment into something far more intimate, where both of you feel more connected and attuned to each other's emotions. It's in these moments of prolonged eye contact that emotional walls can come down, allowing for deeper, more meaningful connections to form. In conclusion, clear eyes and sustained eye contact are some of the most intimate and telling signs that a woman's attraction and desire are reaching new heights. Her body language, specifically through her eyes, speaks volumes about her feelings, often communicating what words cannot. By recognizing and responding to these nonverbal cues, you have the opportunity to deepen the emotional bond between you, creating a connection that is both physically and emotionally satisfying. Eye contact is a powerful tool in the dance of attraction, and when understood, it can elevate the relationship to new levels of intimacy and desire. As we wrap up today's episode, it's clear that understanding the subtle cues and behaviors women display when they're feeling deeply attracted can unlock deeper connections and insights into female psychology. These signs, from the way she touches to the fantasies she entertains, offer a glimpse into her inner world and the powerful role desire plays in shaping her actions. By paying attention to these cues and being attuned to her emotional and physical responses, men can build more meaningful relationships, fostering both emotional and physical intimacy. But remember, everyone is unique, and while these behaviors are common, communication remains key to truly understanding your partner's needs and desires. Thanks for staying with us until the end. If you found this episode insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. If you got a story of your own to tell, we'd love to hear it. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the fascinating world of female psychology and relationships. Until next time.